As well as Egyptian hieroglyphs and ancient mythical figures carved in stone on the Central Coast in New South Wales, there are many other markers with stories to tell. About 20 minutes by car from Gosford, above Sydney, on an old bush track, perhaps an original walking track, there are specific etchings. Looking like compass point direction markers, one of the lines has a Z shaped at the end. Some of it has been damaged, perhaps by a bulldozer. This relic is in a relatively exposed and vulnerable spot.
Is that the main road there?
Yeah, that's the highway, freeway.
That's the highway just there?
Yeah.
Oh, might be hard to get on.
They've just done a big loop to come to this spot.
Okay.
The men check the direction of the marker with a compass.
That's off there along that axis pretty much.
Mm-hmm. That axis is north, is it?
Well, if you look at the
Yep.
north-south that way, that's pretty much north-south.
Right.
Note the red point on the compass, marking north.
East-west is this way.
And that Z denotes something else. And if the sun rises in there and the winter travels through an arc, when it sets, actually set behind that power line there, which pretty much lines up with the Z.
For what type of summer or something when it's solstice that
Yes.
way? This is not pointing it either. It could be marking the summer solstice and it could be marking something else too.
Yeah, I did that Z also points to an area I've been exploring. There's a four ways canyon down there, and there's a lot of very steep rock walls, and there's no evidence of Aboriginals down in there.
You know,
I actually thought there might be something hidden.
can you see that banner? There's something on this one too.
Yeah, like a little
Running
serif
across
on the
there.
end of it.
Yeah. That is definitely 1, 2, 3 in that order. This is definitely, that's bigger, that's slightly smaller, this one's slightly smaller again. I'm just trying to work out the relationship between these two now. These two seem to be exactly the same length. That one's slightly bigger than that one. This one we don't know about anymore, per courtesy of the bulldozer and all that one or that one.
So it's just remarkable to find anything out in the open in that condition, I think.
That line is way too defined to be done by stone tool. And this one, and that one, and this one. Possibly with those three because they've been stuffed up a bit. You could make a case they could have been done by stone tool, but this one, this one, this one, this one, and that can't be done by stone tool. It's been done by metal tool. Which means it's either been done by Europeans who've been here in the last 200 years for reasons I never understand, or it has to be done by a society that actually knows how to use metal. Because that's no way that could be made by a non-metal object. I think this is pointing to a plasma event, right? I think what that is when you get a massive surge of solar radiation from the sun, what it does is it comes through the two poles. You know, you've got the south and north pole, and you've got like a radiation thing. It runs down through the center, and we're now seeing, like they just saw auroras in Northern America this time because of a solar event. The really massive ones come down this far and they get marked out too. Because of the letter Z.
Z-like marks at the end of lines are found elsewhere on the planet, usually depicting or predicting large celestial events. Is this marker linked to the glyphs? Is it by the same scribes? Steve concludes.
Surveyors put marks in rocks, but nothing like that ever.
No, it's not a line to the compass points, which would be a normal surveying mark.
No, it's not. It's not quite aligned to this, but if you go back long enough, when there are shifts there will be a time when that is aligned to the compass point.
Yeah.
So if you go back further back in time, you will find that we're not in the same position, and that might mark that out. But I cannot understand why a European would do that. So what we have here is pretty conclusive evidence of a technology using a metal blade and making a perfect circle in an incredibly hard piece of rock. We have something very unusual here. And it's so open to everything. And nobody can...
Has this apparent marker a relationship with other sites in the area? Is the marker pointing to the glyphs shown in part 1? Is it done by the same people? Is it linked to the story of the Gosford glyphs? More investigation needs to be done. Time will tell.